As voters wait to see if there will be a recall election for Governor Scott Walker, the state is looking at how much it will cost.
They estimate a recall election would cost the state $9 million. So where's that money going to come from? News 8's Jenna Traum joins us live in our studio with a closer look.
Mark and Lisa, elections don't come cheap. You have to pay for printing ballots, setting up polls, mailing absentee ballots, the list goes on. But it might surprise you to learn that the $9 million a primary and recall election could cost the state is money it already has. While the Government Accountability Board counts recall signatures, county clerks' offices around the state are playing a wait-and-see game.
At this point, there's not a whole lot for us to do other than mentally prepare for another year of a lot of elections. Until we know when the election date is, there's not a whole lot we can do to prepare. But what they do know is how much a primary to pick a Democratic challenger and the recall election itself could cost. $9 million statewide, $90,000 in La Crosse County alone. But where's that money going to come from? Turns out the funding is not being diverted from other projects. It's money we already have in a contingency fund made up of state and local tax dollars. And that's just something that's set up for occasions like this when unexpected expenses come up.
But the fund isn't just for unexpected elections. So what happens if there's another unexpected expense for the state, like a natural disaster?
Then they got a problem. Then they have a problem. Then at some point, if you run out of contingency money, you have to do some cutting.
There is a way to cut down on the recall's price tag. The $9 million figure is what it would cost to have a standalone primary and recall election. But if one or both of those happen at the same time as an existing election, like the ones we're already going to have in August or November, that would significantly cut down on costs.
I'm actually thinking that the August date is not unlikely. And the Government Accountability Board isn't stupid. They may very well figure out that that's the best time to do this, and it would save the state a few $1 million.
But Heim says what people think of the recall's cost might really have more to do with how they feel about Governor Walker.
It all depends on what side of the coin you are on here. If you don't believe in recalls, you don't like the recalls, you're a supporter of Walker, you're going to say this is costing too much money. That's just the normal spin. The Democrats and the labor union people and the supporters of the recall are going to say this is the cost of democracy and it's just part of the process.
We asked you to weigh in on the cost of the recall in a poll on our Facebook page, and here's what you told us. About 53% of you say the recall is too expensive, 45% say it's worth the cost, and nearly 3% say you're not sure. You can cast your vote on Facebook.com/News8000.
Thank you, Jenna. We've also got some great discussion going on in the comments on our page, so feel free to let us know what you think.
We were spending some time before the show reading these. There's a lot of great discussion.
Yep, some
on there.
thoughtful comments, the people who have really read up on this.
Yep, all right.